Welcome to a talk through of the solutions to GCSE Maths Essentials 2. Question 1. 5 1/3 minus 2 3/4. We begin by subtracting the whole numbers. 5 minus 2 is 3. Now we want a common denominator for the fractions. Common denominator for 3 and 4 would be 12. Now convert the fractions into twelfths. We've multiplied the denominator 3 by 4, so do the same to the numerator. Once 4 is 4. Minus. We've multiplied the second denominator, the 4, by 3, so do the same to the numerator. 3 3s are 9. So we've said that 1/3 is 4 twelfths and 3/4 is 9 twelfths. But now we're trying to say 4 take away 9. Can't do that, so we borrow one of these whole numbers, which will leave 2, and that gives us an extra 12 twelfths. And we can go straight from there to the answer. 2 whole numbers, sort out the twelfths. We've got 12 add 4 is 16, take away 9 is 7, so it's 2 7 twelfths. Question 2. Simplify root 27 minus root 12. For questions like this, we're looking to see if the numbers under the root signs have perfect squares as factors. And in an exam question, they always will have. So 27 can be written as 9 times 3. Minus the square root of 12. 12 can be written as 4 times 3. And now we can pull the square root of 9 out the front. Square root of 9 is 3, so the first term is 3 root 3. And the second one, we can pull the square out of 4 out the front, so that's 2 root 3. And 3 root 3 minus 2 root 3 is 1 root 3, which we simply write as root 3. Question 3. I did say this was a non-calculator exercise, but we could do with a calculator for this one. We're trying to find an upper bound for speed, so we need the upper bounds and lower bounds for distance and time. D is given as 58 meters to the nearest meter. So that means D is less than 58.5, but greater than 57.5. The time is 7 seconds to the nearest second, so T is less than 7.5, but greater than 6.5. Now we're looking for an upper bound for speed, and speed is distance over time. So if we want an upper bound for speed, then what we need to do is divide the biggest number we can possibly have by the smallest number we can possibly have to give us the biggest answer. So the biggest number we could have on the top is 58.5, and the smallest number we could have on the bottom is 6.5, and if you put that in your calculator, it comes to exactly 9. So an upper bound for speed would be 9 meters per second. Question 4. Simplify 3 to the power minus 3. You need to understand negative powers here. X to the power minus p is 1 over x to the plus p. So 3 to the minus 3 is 1 over 3 to the plus 3. Well, 3 to the plus 3 is just 3 cubed, and 3 cubed is 27. So the answer is 1/27th. Question 5. Write 0.362 recurring as a fraction. In these questions, we let x be the number given. So let's say x is 0.3626262, and so on. Now I want to create two numbers with the same decimal part, so that when I subtract one from the other, the decimal will disappear. And the same decimal part will have to begin with a 6262. So I'll create a number 10x, which will get rid of the 3 at the front. If I multiply that by 10, I get 3.626262, and so on. Now I need to create another number with 6262 as the decimal. So I'll need to move the point 2 more places, which means multiply by 100. But if I multiply 10x by 100, I get 1000x. And that 1000x will be 362.6262, and so on. Now if I subtract the 10x from the 1000x, I get 990x, And if I subtract the 3.6262 from the 362.6262, the decimals disappear and it just becomes 362 minus 3, which is 359. So that means that x is 359 divided by 990. And that is the original recurring decimal written as a fraction. Question 6. Bill is twice as old as Alan. Colin is 3 years younger than Bill. Their ages sum to 67. How old is Alan? Well, it's usually easiest to let the youngest one be x in these kind of problems. So if we let Alan be x, Bill is twice as old as Alan, so that would make Bill 2x. Colin is 3 years younger than Bill, so Colin is Bill's age minus 3. And we're told that their ages sum to 67, so they add to 67. So that means that x plus 2x plus 2x minus 3 comes to 67. Well, x plus 2x is 5x. And if I take the minus 3 to the other side, it becomes plus 3. So 5x is equal to 70. X is equal to 70 divided by 5, which is 14. Now we are asked to find Alan's age, and we've let Alan be x, so Alan is 14 years old. Question 7. Which regular polygon has an exterior angle of 72 degrees? Well, regular polygon, the angles of a regular polygon add up to 360. So if I simply divide the 360 by 72, we'll find out how many sides it has. And if you did that on your calculator, that comes to 5. So this regular polygon has 5 sides, and which polygon has 5 sides? The pentagon. And finally, expand and simplify 3 times the bracket 2x minus 5 minus 4 times the bracket x minus 3. 3 times 2x is 6x. 3 times minus 5 is minus 15. Minus 4 times x is minus 4x. Minus 4 times minus 3 is plus 12. Collect together the x's. 6x minus 4x is 2x. Collect together the numbers. Minus 15 plus 12 is minus 3. And that completes the exercise.